Hello folks, how are you doing? Welcome to my channel. Today at the time of filming is the 23rd of January 2024. Then he said 23, then 24. I think out of all the moons I've ever experienced, this one feels unique and transformational and breathtaking. It feels like a real pivotal moment, a real moment of being able to let go of judgment, of hatred, of anger, of I'm trying to find the right word, or the right way I can put it across. Allowing people to be human. By that, I mean allowing them to have their moments, allowing them to say something that triggers us, allowing them to say something that we don't agree with, allowing them to do what they need to do, even if we don't understand it. And that's the good, the bad and the ugly. And being at peace with not fully agreeing, but being able to see the divine in me sees the divine in you, and being able to push ourselves out of our comfort zone in relation to perception and feelings and people and situations. It feels really, really, really transformational. I also want to take this opportunity to thank the people that watched yesterday's or the day before, because this video is going to be on tomorrow, the feedback from the thread work that we did. Honestly, you know, when you have a platform, you do come up against difficulties, many different ways, shapes and forms, and it can be quite easy to slip into thinking, oh God, you go to the comment section, it's like, oh God, it's a shit show, especially like on my Raw channel. It can be crazy on there, which is why I've moved the work over to that. But at the same time, there's also some really, really good people on there. Anyway, back to Claire Thackeray. I appreciate I push people out of their comfort zone with some of the stuff I do and I talk about, but that's me, and that's what I'm here for, and that's how I grew and healed, and I believe that others can grow and heal. And the comments and the feedback were absolutely breathtaking. And it was almost life-changing. You could feel life-changing energies in that video. There was something within that video that I felt all day yesterday, a healing that I have never felt before, to be quite honest, or for a long time, especially in video work. But something shifted, there was an opportunity for shift and for release, that literally that video was the gift that kept on giving, and it still feels like that. So if you've seen it and you're like, oh my God, what is she doing now? Please watch it, because it's not a gruesome trip down gruesome lane. I said that right at the beginning of it. I don't channel those kind of people and do that kind of thing, because it's just not appropriate. But there were so many gifts that kept on giving, and I know you and many of the comments of being at peace and finding peace with people and situations in my life, that honestly I will be forever indebted to that video and that work, because what came through was biblical. And I thank you all that watched it, even if you didn't comment, but just because I feel the solidarity there as well, because I understand people don't like commenting, and I get why you don't, honestly I really do. But for those of you that didn't comment and did comment but just stood there and allowed, that's the thing, allowing and being vulnerable to that. It took a lot for people to click on that video yesterday, and I get that, but well done. Well done. I can't sit down and comment to everything, but I always send you energetic vibes anyway. I always comment energetically. Oh, would I do that because I'm magic? But yeah, and I feel as well, it's not just that video. There's something in the air that is actually saying to us, stop what you're doing to yourselves. Stop this judgment, this mocking this, me included, this waiting for something to fall or someone to fall, to be able to free yourself. It's almost like Spirit is saying, to be able to free yourself from this judgment energy, because all you're doing is causing yourself dis-ease within the body, imbalances with the body. And I think there's so many imbalances within the body at this time, in many different ways, shapes and forms, as we're working through shifting and understanding all of the stuff that we need to work through and understand, but allowing yourself to be actually out of balance with the body, because there can be great teaching in that moment where you've got gut issues, or you've got pain in the body, or you're feeling sickly, or you've just had a diarrhea episode, or your head's hurting, or whatever it is for you. To allow yourself that purge. It's like yesterday evening, I got to a stage where I became so tired. It wasn't a bad tired, it wasn't an energy zap, because I have those now and again through some of the healing work when you're trying to take things off people. It's not that. It was a healing tired. It's what I call a healing tired, where your body just says, be still, cocoon, and let me do what I need to do. And I loved it, and I got so much from it. So let's pull some cards for full moon in Leo. Whoops, this is a brand new deck that is incredibly heavy, so I've got to be careful shuffling it. So looking at the energies of full moon in Leo. Full moon in Leo. Choice. We have a choice. We have a judgment call. It's exactly what I said. It's a judgment call. We have a choice. So I think we're maybe going to be forced to look at people in our lives or on the global stage that trigger us. So this can be the people close to us. This can be the externals, work colleagues, neighbours, all of that, and the global stuff. To actually really think, what is this? Why am I letting them trigger me? Because they're just being who they are. And actually this is causing so much pain. And actually we could be losing out on things because we're allowing our righteousness, our ego, and our need to be right take over. So say you've got a friend that can be a little bit opinionated, you think, God, and there's a party coming up. Oh, God, I can't face that party. I just can't sit on that table and listen to that. But what if that is just a small fragment? What if you could meet the love of your life at that party? What if you could meet a new business colleague? What if you could meet someone from your past? What if you could meet someone that just sat with them in their vibe, changes something within you? So it's being able to see beyond that, the judgment call, the truth of that at the bottom as well. To be able to rise from that and think, you know what, they are only a human being like myself that gets things wrong, messes up and has to deal with that fallout. And you know what I'm also getting? It's almost like they don't need us then jumping on that bandwagon. Even if we're not saying anything, everything is energy. Let's keep pulling. And that's how we enrich ourselves and enrich our lives. And it's also how we can free ourselves from, just seeing someone can cause such a conflict within the body. And it's also how as well we can get manifestation and abundance, because when we're in stiffness and we're stiff against someone, we're putting a block up, so we can't receive the new energies that want to come in. When we put walls up, and I always say to my clients, don't I? Walls, I understand you've just gone through something horrific. In order to cocoon, we feel we need to put a wall up. But also remember that wall doesn't just keep the bad stuff out, or what we perceive as the bad stuff. It also keeps the good stuff out. A bit like that party we talked about. I'm putting a wall, I'm not going, I can't bear to listen to her. She just won't shut up. Maybe she's coming from trauma. Maybe she was never heard as a child. And maybe she's free from her parents and she just loves to chat. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's got nothing to do with the fact she wants to be centre of attention. Maybe it's just that she's just free and she's doing all that she needs to do and she's getting through what she needs to get through. Anyway, the Page of Swords, but having to look at ourselves going through this and how combative we can be, because we can be combative. And also allowing other people to have their combative moments. Just allow me a moment to be angry. Just allow me a moment to cry. Just allow me a moment to get it wrong. Just allow me a human moment. Oh, allow me a human moment. Don't write that down, Claire, because even if you do write that down, Claire, you will not remember it for the thumbnail. Anyway, moving on swiftly. Ace of Wands. By doing this and by sitting with this and allowing this to come in, we get the new energy. We get the new frequencies, the new enlightenment that wants to come in, but also the new ways of being. And wouldn't it be brilliant if we could get to a stage, think of a room where you could be in the room with the people that, there's different levels to this. First off, we're going to start off with the people that maybe just trigger you. So, oh God, will they shut up? You know, her at the party, maybe somebody online or whatever it is. Wouldn't it be great to be able to get to a stage where we can sit in a room with them and it doesn't trigger us? And actually we can allow them to be what they need to be, but we can also take the gifts that they give as well. That's great, isn't it? Then we can take it up a notch to be, obviously not in a physical room, I understand this, but in a physical room where people have even done horrible things. And we can actually sit in an energetic room with them, because it may not be wise to sit in the physical room, to actually go, yeah, I get why you did that. I get why you said that. I get it now. It wasn't about me. And I actually get the gifts that you gave to me. And with that, we get the King of Pentacles. Being solid, and then that's where you get your solid foundations. So when somebody says, the sky is pink, but you see the sky is blue, you're allowing them to have that. It doesn't rock your foundations. Maybe the reason why so many foundations are being rocked at the minute is because really, at some level, we maybe don't even believe it ourselves, the sense of self. Knight of Wands. Giving those ideas a chance to come to fruition. To understand, you know, the Knight of Wands, the King of Wands is a huge card. It's a huge card, but so is the Knight of Wands, because it's baby steps as well. It's allowing something to grow. It's making an attempt at change. It's making an attempt at a different belief system, a different narrative, rather than holding on to the old. And actually, in a way, this allows us to be more secure. I often enjoy a conversation when it's done politely, because this is the thing, sometimes these type of conversations are not done politely. When somebody has a difference of opinion and they're just expressing themselves, it's not antagonism. I understand there's a lot of that out there at the minute. This is where two healthy people come together and they can swap ideas, talk about things, and you can come away from that conversation thinking, okay, yeah, God, I never thought of it like that. Because the truth is, as humans, we're all capable of seeing different things. And it doesn't make you a bad person if somebody else sees something that you can't. Because you can also see something that they can't. And actually what I'm also getting is, it's about being able to add all these aspects together to make the whole. So it's okay for somebody not to see something. For you to not to see something. It's okay. It's actually a really healthy place to be, especially within this community when people are intuitive or psychic or third eye or, God, how come I never saw that in a reading? Because you saw something else. You know, the truth is with readings, with intuition, you can only get to see so much, because if you saw it all, you'd fry, because it'd be too much energy. You know, think of Delaford's work. It'd be too much energy for us. So say me and you were sat down, we're doing a reading, a global event, we've got the cards out, we've got our crystals out, we're just sat down, we'd see similar things, and we'd get similar things, we'd see them differently in the different decks, but you'd get stuff that I won't get, and I'd get stuff that you wouldn't get. It's not because you're right, I'm right, or any of that, it's because we get different things. And also as well, where we've got different gifts and different abilities to be able to decipher. It's like police. It's like, you know, personal investigators. Each police officer you see, each detective you see, each, you know, personal investigator, you know, is it PI? I don't know. Private investigator, not personal investigator, private investigator. They have different ways of working, and they have different ways of deciphering, and they have different things they're meant to bring through. So put those burdens down. Stop putting yourself under so much stress to get it right, to be right, to understand you're here in human form, to experience life in all of its flaws. Also as well, these frequencies that are coming in, and they're here now at the time of filming, are really powerful. You know, we know full moons are about release. So this is about, it's almost like it's pulsating, and it's pulsating, and it's, as it pulsates, it's sending these frequencies into the body to draw out this stuff, to keep drawing it out. And as it draws out, we're going to be filming it. No, feeling it. The Three of Pentacles. It's the we're all in this together card. And actually, giving yourself a pat on the back. Because there is much inner child trauma out there where people are still waiting for mummy and daddy to see them. And the truth is, either because they've passed or because they're old, they're ill, they're tied up in their own stuff, their own trauma, they're probably not going to see you. And even if they think they're seeing you, it's not going to be in the way that you need them to see you. So this is about you seeing you going forward. You seeing you going forward. Who was it? It was one of the astrologers. She's the one that does the Metatron, Jenny Barak, is it? She was talking about, and I couldn't believe this, because she was talking about father wound stuff in her, I'm sure it was the last video of this full moon, and I was like, holy cow. And I had to actually take it back, and I was like, she's just mentioned father stuff coming up, and we've got a father wound group healing, and I couldn't believe that, because it was like, there is something in this moon that is going really deep. Also as well, include yesterday's channeling. That, I mean, talk about generational trauma. We went in deep there, and it was transformational. Yeah, the King of Wands comes in. So let me backtrack. Have faith in that. Have faith in that first step, and we can go into the King of Wands energy. We can go into the King of Wands energy, and we can bring that King of Wands energy in. But it's allowing yourself to go through the different stages. There's an energy, and it's been out there for some time, of not wanting to work from the bottom up. I want to get to the top. There's a story I've got. Basically, this is a story. So you're in a workplace, and you're sat in a meeting with someone, with a manager. The door goes, and it's one of the students, okay, one of the new starters. Call it what you may. And this new starter says, okay, I'd like information on a certain course. And the manager says, okay, well, you've not finished what you're doing now. And actually, you can't actually do that course until you've qualified and you've got some years under your belt. Oh, slams the door, walks off. And then the manager goes to you and says, do they understand the fact that why can't they just be happy to be at the bottom and to gradually work up? Why have we got this thing where we've got to go in at the bottom but woof and get to the top? Ego, because actually taking it a step by step. There's things that we cannot rush, but things that do move quickly. But there's also great teaching and great wisdom and great learning in things that take their time, stages. Final card, and the Lovers, which is healing. So healing all aspects of ourselves, moulding all aspects of ourselves, and cleansing all aspects of ourselves, rebalancing all aspects of ourselves, allowing this frequency to come in, allowing the divine to come in, allowing healing to come in. And if we can do that with the aspects of ourselves, it can then pulsate out into the world to our relationships. Let's pull some cards from this deck. So this is the Christ Conscious. That was the Radiant Rider-Waite deck. I don't know what, well, it's the pink version. I got it online because it looked different, and when it came it looked different. But it's just the Radiant Rider-Waite is this deck. It's just the pink version of it. And I got it from Amazon. But this one I'm using now is the Christ Consciousness by Amanda Ellis. People keep asking what decks I use in. I always put my decks in the description box and the pinned comment. I'll come back to that in a minute. See if the card comes out. Be interesting to see if a certain card in this deck comes out. So, new vintage, be open. Be open-minded. I very rarely use this card again. Why not? I don't know why. Jesus, follow my lead. New vintage, be open-minded. What have we just been talking about? Be open-minded. Follow the Christ consciousness path. Follow my lead. Look at the persecution he had to go through in his life. But he didn't join in. He didn't go for people. He didn't try to take somebody down. But neither did he step into victim. It's just a case of just being. But it comes with open-mindedness. Let's keep pulling. Living from the heart, soften and open. So living from the heart and softening and open. So take it back to yesterday's work, being able to see that title and go, oh, the thumbnail and think, oh my God. Okay, I'm going to watch this, but I'm going to go in with my heart open. And I think I said in that video, before I even started, you're going to have to open your mind and open your heart for this. And people did. But take it away from Claire's video yesterday. Take it into your life. It's about softening. Opening your heart to allow something else in. The open door, Christ within you. So portal, each moon is a portal. Being able to step out of the darkness, out of the judgment, out of the conflict. Not pretend it's not existing because that's something else, but allow yourself to walk through the door. Allow yourself that moment. The heart. What would love do? What would love do? What would love do in this situation? You see how these cards are confirming what the waffle was that I came out with, and the tarot cards. Miracles. Manifest and believe. What are we manifesting? Are we manifesting more pain, more judgment? And you know, the sad thing is sometimes we don't realise it. We can be in a mood, we can be bad-mouthing somebody, even if it's just in our head, on the way to the bus. We've all done it. Or you finished work, and actually all we're doing is we're causing more chaos, more conflict, more looping. The ankh. The key to life is recognising this in yourself. It's actually not trying to oppress it and stop it. It's going, wait a minute, this isn't me. This isn't who I really am at soul level. When did I become such a cowbag? When did I become such a, what caused this? Just a minute, hand on heart, what caused this? What is causing this? Is this really me? And where is this getting me? Actually, no, this is causing me more pain and torment. Everyone thinks I'm miserable. Everyone thinks I'm a Debbie Downer. Oh my God. Everyone thinks I'm toxic, and I'm not. I really am. So then we have to unravel it and allow ourselves that vulnerability, and that is biblical. Fellowship, sharing and coming together. So what did I say about the party? I don't want to go to the party because I don't want to listen to that conversation. But actually this is about sharing and coming together. What did I say about different readings, different people, different skill sets coming in, different mindsets coming in, different perspectives coming in. Respecting different perspectives, allowing different perspectives. Prayer, contemplation and connection. Contemplation and connection. Allowing the external world to do what it needs to do, the planes and everything. But being able to go within being able to be both of a spiritual mindset or a spiritual faith, but also of the world, to be able to see that you can be both. Also as well, what I'm feeling with this card is it's about finding peace in conflict, finding peace in your inner conflict, being able to really sink into your inner peace and your inner conflict and really find the lessons and teaching within that. Children cherish and enter their world. So inner child stuff coming up to the front. Allowing healing and listening to your inner child. Taking the inner child out for a play. I say this to clients as well. You know, painting, crafting, going on a beach, having a paddle, laughter, watching a children's movie. Do you know there's a big influx? Well, is it the word influx? I don't know. Big uptake in people reading, you know, youth books, children's books, teenage books. Do you know why that is? Because without them realising it, they're actually trying to heal the inner teenager, the inner child. And there can be a lot of comfort by allowing that. And actually it can be a really good way. And sometimes people can go off and like read Narnia or other books, Enid Blyton, that they've read from their own childhood. Or they can do that and also read new books for children. Gratitude, appreciation and thanks. Gratitude for all that you've got. How do we get more in life? With gratitude, we're thankful for it. Thankful for the small mercies as well. Being thankful for small mercies. Being thankful that when you get to that bus stop, the bus just pulls up and think, oh God, it's been an awful day. Nothing's gone right, but that bus has turned up. The small mercies is you get in and your tea's on the table, or you get in and you realise, actually, I've got something in for tea. Or these are small mercies. The friend that wants to come round for coffee. The fact that you can get home and embrace a craft project or a book that allows you to just step back and have a bit of mindfulness. Faith, find holiness within ourselves. What was I getting there? It's not about... Because it was weird, because I got finding holiness. Oh, yeah, no, it's not weird, Claire. Also as well, being able to see the holiness in somebody else. Especially if maybe they're one of your trigger masters. Being able to see the holiness within somebody else. Discernment and truth and clarity. One more card. Mary, mothering and nurture. So, what did I say about allowing, mothering? I want to do one more card. Mothering, nurture and nurturing yourself. The simple things. So this full moon feels like it's a beautiful one. Temptation, moral compass. Temptation, moral compass. 3 wise monkeys. Speak no evil, see no evil, see no evil. So we're going to be, all of that I've said, it feels like it rounds up in that card of moral compass. Where is our moral compass? Are we judging another? Are we running at another? And a lot of the time you'll say no, because we are. And we don't want to look at it. I'm not, I'm a nice person. You are a nice person. We are nice people. But we're also damaged, hugely damaged. And we're having to relearn. Because the truth is also as well, in the world that we live in, many people that teach you throughout your life are also damaged human beings that don't understand how to properly and healthily emotionally regulate, and they pass those responses down to you. So we go, oh, that's how you do it, that's how you get what you want, that's how you respond to that. And then you go into the world and you start causing chaos, and it's like, what's going on? It's because you were taught by wounded people. It's because you were taught by people that needed help and guidance, and there's no judgment in that. So the system itself is damaged. So now we're having to relearn and reattach into the divine, and you don't always get it right. And I think that's part of the fun bit, not getting it right, because when you don't get it right, you've got to really reconnect. Anyway, thank you for watching this full moon in Leo video. If you've enjoyed this video, put me a moon emoji in the comment section. Like, comment and subscribe for more content. Before I forget, 7th and 8th of February is the next group healing, which is the father wound. Description and pinned comment, scroll down a bit, there is a video there for further information. There is also the link which takes you into payment. It's only £22. So it's the father wound group healing, which is the 7th and the 8th of February. Watch the video in the description box for more information of how it works, what to expect. And I think that is it. Remember, my website is below for sessions and other social media platforms. Also as well, quick reminder of the new YouTube channels that I've got. So there's the Thackeray's. All this information is in the description box. You might have to scroll down for it, but just take your time with it and get to the places you need to be. The Thackeray's, which is book talk, vlogs, all kinds of things like that. Daily vlogs, reading vlogs, travel vlogs, day out vlogs. We do a quiz night on there now as well. We do natters where we pick a subject and we have a natter about it. There is also now CT's Royal Tarot, which is where all royal readings and royal channelings are going on to CT's Royal Tarot. So make sure you subscribe to there as well. And all that information is below the description box and the pinned comment. There's my Instagram there, my Facebook, my threads. Thank you for watching. Love to all. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.